Today we're leaving the Barrage Lords at home because we're going on a solo mission right now. We're heading out to where the beer flows like the salmon of Capistrano, where chill vibes are bottomless, where you can walk to dozens of different breweries within a 1 mile radius.
I'm talking about a little place called
Asheville. So let's hit it. All right, San Diego, California to Asheville, North Carolina. First things first, shout out to the sister for hooking me up with a ride to the airport. You're a true bragette. You know what? I have a confession to make. I think drinking at airport bars is the funnest thing to do in the world. What's more interesting to talk with people about where they're coming from and where they've been and where they're going, the do's, the don'ts, places to go, things to see. Plus, you're never gonna run into them ever again, so you could literally say anything. Tell them that Meryl Streep is your aunt. Tell them you're a pro hockey player. Tell them that Don Johnson's your dad. Tell them you invented the Post-its. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except having fun and staying out of trouble. You're on vacation. It's gonna be a long weekend, so you gotta be mentally prepared. I'm talking 160 party IQ. Coffee, water. Landing in Asheville was a trip. It's by far the smallest airport I've ever been to. Feels like the DMV or something. Weather wasn't bad, about 35 degrees at night. It's nothing a sweatshirt couldn't handle. Now here's the man with the plan. This is Kyle, owner of Clawhammer Supply. Clawhammer Supply is a couple things. They have a premium electric homebrewing system, as well as products for distilling. But they also have a YouTube channel where they primarily make grain to glass videos with their system. Here's a fun fact. My Uncle Fred, who lives in San Diego, has their system, and he makes delicious distilled water and delicious essential oils. Water and oils. It's 8:30 Friday morning. We're getting ready to go shoot at Clawhammer Studio. Let's check out the Airbnb. I'm here by myself right now. Joss is on his way. Let's check out the Airbnb. This is where I'm sleeping. We went to bed at like 2 in the morning last night. I didn't get in until about 10 o'clock. Slept for about 5 hours. Woke up, wanted to run at 7 in the morning. It was pitch black, freezing. Went back to bed. And that was that. Let's go wake up Kyle, drink some coffee, let's get this day going. The houses in Asheville are awesome. Every home I saw was custom. I didn't see one track home. Here's Clawhammer Supply. It's a house that nobody lives in. It's completely dedicated to the brand. Looks like a real life tool time. It's a full-on studio. Every nook of the house is dedicated to production of some sort. And if you're into production, these guys got some toys. But before we go any further, let's introduce this roster of Barrage Lords. This is Lawson, aka Lawson's Creek. He reminds me of a 1988 version of Gina Davis, and we love him for it. He's been editing Clawhammer's videos for the last 4 years. This is Nathaniel. He's in production too, 100% behind the camera. Here's Emmett, aka the East Coast Eazy-E. You've seen Emmett if you watch the channel. Here's Just from Texas, who's staying with me in the Airbnb. Just has his own channel too. More on that later. And here's Ross. Word around the campfires, this guy has never been inside a car. He rides his bike everywhere, rain or shine.
Boom, perfect timing.
I think me and Ross were separated at birth in a past lifetime. We're here for 3 days making a video for each one of our channels. Clawhammer Supply, Just Brewing, and Homebrew for Life. Each day was dedicated to each channel. Clawhammer wants to do a grain to glass video for their channel. Just wants to do a blind taste test video.
It's like drinking like a little kitty cat.
It's a weird boner, but I could work with it, okay? And I just wanted to vlog, what you're watching now, where I hit as many breweries as it is humanly possible to do in one Saturday. But honestly,
Just make us look cool.
as long as I'm here, I don't really care what we shoot. I'm all about just murdering a ton of delicious beers, hanging out with some great people. We started brewing around 10 a.m. We finished up around 5 p.m. But you're gonna have to watch Clawhammer's channel for that video. Time to get back to the Airbnb so Just can finally nestle in. Let's go out. Let's start murdering a ton of beers.
We're here. We're about to put on some TV. We're gonna kick back, kick our feet up.
Kyle's coming down, and we're gonna go to downtown Asheville, and we're gonna hang out with the rest of the crew. Everyone's coming, right?
Oh yeah.
Nathaniel, Emmett.
I think everybody's showing up. Yeah.
Who am I missing? Ross.
Emmett. I mean, there was Emmett Lawson.
Lawson.
He may be there.
Lawson's Creek. We walked everywhere in Asheville. I had no clue how small it was. It seems like there's some sort of nightlife on every block. We hit a rad spot called Haywood Common. We drank local beers, talked about production, talked about what breweries to hit, talked about the city of Asheville, and learned a lot about each other. I felt like I've known all these guys a lot longer than just one day. I also noticed pretty fast that everything was a lot cheaper in Asheville. Gas was about half the price of San Diego, entrees were cheaper, beers were about $5 across the board, cocktails were $8. If this same restaurant was in San Diego, beers would be about $8, cocktails would be about 13 or 14. Then they told me their minimum wage was $7 an hour. I think it's somewhere around 15 in San Diego, which is awesome because my money goes further here. By the way, this is the best chicken and waffles I've ever had. We walked back to the house, told some ghost stories, and got mentally prepared for my part of the video, hitting as many breweries as we could in the morning. What are we doing today? What are we
Today let me think of some good ones. Today we're gonna shovel some snow. Today we're gonna get trapped. We're gonna get stuck in an avalanche.
What are we doing today? What are we trying to do today?
We're gonna go play some video games.
Play some video games. We're gonna go to Burial Brewing.
Yeah, and we're gonna go do a blind taste test.
Taste test. We're gonna sightsee. How'd you sleep last night?
Not too bad. Pull out couch. I put it back, of course, but hey, I'm just happy to have a bed to sleep on. You know.
Were you watching Japanese animation all night?
Not all night. No. Once I woke up, though.
That's what we're calling it these days. Today it's our first Saturday.
Yeah.
In Asheville, and I feel like I've been here for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually a surprising amount of stuff to do within walking distance.
But that's when you know you're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Saturday morning, and it got a lot warmer. Beautiful weather. The name of the game is to hit a video game-themed bar, but we're going to make some stops anywhere along the way. I don't know what direction we're going. It's just a straight shot. A couple things in Asheville that stood out to me. Asheville's got a ton of beautiful art. Kind of reminds me of my trip to Portland. And another thing is that Asheville has a ton of gigantic churches. No joke. The biggest buildings in this town are the churches, way bigger than their grocery stores. You don't get that in San Diego. Seems like a giant church in every direction. All right, first place we hit was Archetype Brewery. Archetype? We didn't plan on it, nor did we know anything about it, but it just looked super cool and it had an upstairs deck. I would imagine it had a 5, maybe 7 barrel brew house. I really like the way their tasting room is set up with being able to see the color of the beer. That's the first time I've ever seen that before. We got some half pints. We took them up to the roof, drinking our breakfast stouts. That's where we enjoyed them. Got to keep moving though. Get your coffee in. There's no hangovers when you're on vacation. You got to power through everything, anything. Next spot was called Cellarist, and they focused on sours. Small breweries are my favorite breweries, and I love sours. I'm not sure what these things are, but they look expensive, and I like it. Delicious beer, great hospitality. Highly recommend this spot. Time to stay on the move. Tried to check out this place, but they weren't open, which is kind of odd for Saturday. But what are you going to do? And we finally came across what we were looking for. The Retro Cave. Kyle picked us up from here mid-afternoon. We swooped Emmett and we headed to Burial Brewing. This was the most recommended brewery by far. Burial was cool and it had more of like a patio campsite vibe, very outdoorsy. And this place could not have been busier. I had one juicy IPA here and it was amazing. There was also a lot of very good-looking girls at this brewery. Some cool art too. We ran into a Braj who watches our channels. Shout out to Bart. For the next brewery, we had to hop across the river and go into a more traditional downtown. This was a different vibe than West Asheville. West Asheville's a little bit more homey. Downtown Asheville is more like a downtown, but they're right next to each other. We ended up at Dissolver. I think that's how you say that. Beers were great. This place was highly recommended. It lived up to the hype. They had a very different vibe than Burial. Everybody chills inside for the most part. I had 2 half pints and they were both unreal. For the 5th brewery, we ended up at Highland. Highland's been here for 14 years and it's Asheville's oldest craft brewery. I don't remember what beers I had here. I'm not even sure if I knew what planet I was on at this point, but I do remember having a good time and the band was shredding. We went to one last brewery for nightcap, but it was way too dark. I don't know if we were feeling it. We didn't stay too long at this place. We turned in, went to bed, got breakfast in the morning, more chicken and waffles, filmed Justice's video, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Check out his channel if you want to see the video. I had an evening flight, so we hit one more brewery, New Belgian. This place was right down the street from the Airbnb. Ross pulled some strings, and we drank like kings for free. I think we drank for free. Kyle, shoot me a Venmo if I'm in the wrong. This was the 4th or 5th beer trip I've been on since I started this channel. I've photo-bombed parades in Uruguay. I've seen endless flower fields in Portland. I've been to New Orleans a handful of times, partied on the Strip, front row at a Mario Kart Burlesque show, but most importantly, met a ton of rad people along the way. And what's the common denominator in all of this? Great beer. I know what my purpose in life is. I finally know why Jaw hatched me. It's to keep making beer, keep traveling, keep meeting people, and see some cool stuff along the way. Thank you for watching this week's video, and be sure to check out Just's and Clawhammer's video. Cheers to eating good, cheers to drinking good, and thank you, Clawhammer, for putting us up for the whole entire weekend. Cheers.